Live, News 8 at 6 starts now.
The debate over a gun range goes on. As a site has been chosen, officials have received pushback from those who live in Griswold.
And could Zika make it to Connecticut? The state has been trapping mosquitoes. When they'll know if the virus is a threat for us.
A lot of setbacks for the new Yard Goat Stadium in Hartford. We have an update on what's next for the city.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott McDonald. Thanks for being here.
I'm Ann Nyberg. The debate over a gun range in Griswold is heating up.
News 8's Tina Dittel spoke with a member of the group Keep Griswold Quiet, which is firing shots at this proposed range.
There are only a few homes on this road leading up to where this gun range has been proposed. But these folks are joined by many others in town who want to keep Griswold quiet.
So this is our sign.
Pam Padalano says her group is not anti-gun or anti-police. It's pro-life.
We're worried about the quality of life, the people here in Griswold have come to enjoy.
They do not want to see the state build a state police gun range on this land which borders Patchogue State Forest. It's private land, so they can't stop the sale, but they hope public outcry will stop the state from buying it.
There's a lot of concern. People use this forest for hiking, biking. We have a couple of campgrounds.
The state says the current 50-year-old range in Simsbury is too small and floods every year. A more modern facility could cost $6 million to build.
I personally still stick by my guns. Fiscally, we're broke in Connecticut. We can't afford to do this.
At tonight's special selectmen meeting in Griswold, a date will be set for a town meeting where the public can speak. Some in town welcome the range and the state police presence it would bring.
Tonight's a learning experience for the Board of Selectmen to find out from our town's attorneys who have gone through the process already what we should expect and exactly how much that might cost the taxpayers locally.
The state says this gun range would be in use basically Monday through Friday, and that there would only be about 2 hours a day that the actual shooting would take place. Now, we are told that through this process, residents who want to try to change the state's mind will have plenty of opportunity to do so. In Griswold, Tina Dittel, News 8.
A developing story we're following. The multi-million-dollar Yard Goat Stadium is still not completed with the season well underway.
Yeah, News 8's Jason Newton in a closed-door meeting that just wrapped up with city leaders in Hartford.
It appears that the same developer will stay on the job as both sides emerged from the meeting Tuesday and seemed in agreement that Dunkin' Donuts Park needs to be finished as soon as possible.
Every single day we are closer to finishing the ballpark. Every single day people are working. Every single day improvements continue to happen.
Hartford officials met for 2 hours with the stadium developer in a private meeting. This meeting was the next step after the Hartford Stadium Authority called the bond late last week, which essentially means the city filed paperwork with the developer's insurance company, accusing them of not finishing the job on time. The insurance company was also at that meeting.
Broad-ranging conversation, but it was a productive conversation, and the important thing is to just keep things moving. And as I said, I think everybody who's a stakeholder in this wants to see the stadium done, and we'd like to see it done as quickly as possible.
Construction of the $56 million stadium has been plagued by cost overruns and multiple missed deadlines. The insurance company could potentially yank Dono Hartford LLC off the job and replace them with a new developer if they choose. But it appears that with the stadium 95% complete, the developer will see the project to completion.
Everybody, included ourselves and the city, are committed to finishing the stadium. Can't really provide any more details at this time as we continue the discussion, and we're looking forward to working through everything that was discussed in the room.
The Hartford Yard Goats have already missed more than half of their home games this season. Reporting in Hartford, Jason Newton, News 8.
New at 6, the state began its annual mosquito trapping program today, but this time they're also looking for Zika. The Department of Public Health says they expect to know by next week which mosquitoes in our state are infected. Besides Zika, they're testing for West Nile and Eastern equine encephalitis. First test results will be made available next week.
It is a hot one out there today as we take a live look at New London. That's a gorgeous looking shot. Now the weather. Storm Team 8 senior meteorologist Fred Campagna standing by. Can't beat that, Fred.
No, you can't. Well, maybe you can. Check out Stratford right now. That's pretty nice.
You can.
81 degrees. Southerly breeze at 14 miles per hour. People have been showing up in droves to launch the boat, go for an early evening cruise. Right now, there's just a couple of boats that were launched a couple of minutes ago. Gorgeous out there statewide. 70 in New London, a little bit cooler there. 77 right now for New Haven, 81 Bridgeport, and very warm inland. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Inland, however, it is also very dry. We've seen the dew points come way down into the upper 40s to low 50s, whereas at the shoreline, still about 60 to 65 degrees. So still some humidity in the air at the shoreline. Nothing going on the radar. Skies are clear. They'll stay that way for us overnight tonight. And we will see the drier air reaching the shoreline overnight as the wind shifts and comes in out of the north to northwest by late tonight. And that'll help to drop the temperature to about, say, 56 to 60 for a low early tomorrow morning. If you plan on heading out this evening, nothing to worry about weather-wise. Mid-70s, 7 o'clock at the shoreline, low 80s inland, 70s across the board by 9 o'clock, and then upper 60s by 11 o'clock under clear skies. Tomorrow, not as warm as today. We are tracking some showers for late in the work week and the weekend. I'll be back with the timing on those raindrops coming up in a few.
All right, thanks so much, Fred. In our Vote 2016 coverage, the Connecticut Democratic primary will hold caucuses this evening to select delegates for both the Clinton and Sanders campaigns. Those caucuses will be held in all 5 of the state's congressional districts. This determines the state's 36 district-level delegates to the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia this summer. Stay with News 8 online and on air for everything on Vote 2016 until the general election in November.
And ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir will have much more tonight at 6:30, right after News 8 at 6.
We one of them. Millions of Americans took to the road this Memorial Day weekend. Connecticut State Police ramped up their presence, and that netted some arrests.
And the new way, state troopers are finding drivers to pull over, and they're catching them by the thousands.
Live look out on Long Wharf in New Haven. It looks like there's some traffic. Well, it's rush hour. We'll have your coverage coming up on your full forecast next. State police are catching a record number of drivers breaking the law by using some special cameras. The cameras are picking up those who are wanted, missing people, stolen vehicles, unregistered vehicles, and other violations. A study done by the Associated Press shows troopers stopping about 6,800 drivers in 2016. That's compared to 1,600 traffic stops the year before. The cameras are on police cruisers, which are tied to a database with criminal and motor vehicle information. The cameras are on about 20 of the 400 vehicles assigned to patrol.
And if you were out on the Connecticut roads this holiday weekend, state troopers saw you, even though you may not have seen them. They used a mix of marked and unmarked patrol vehicles in an effort to keep the roads safe. From Thursday morning to last night, troopers arresting more than 50 people for DWI, ticketed more than 1,200 people for speeding, and 900 others for not wearing their seatbelts.
Can't believe people are still not wearing seatbelts.
Right.
A construction note to tell you about in New Haven. Part of Crown Street will be closed for the next few days. Crews are doing utility work at Temple and Church Streets to ready for the replacement of the Crown Street Bridge. Detours are posted.
The fight over grocery store labels. 2 state lawmakers calling for change when it comes to the natural debate.
Starbucks is serving up yet another new drink. It's on tap. It's not beer. We'll tell you what it is when we come back.
And as promised, back to sunshine today. Nice and warm inland, too. The temperature right now, 87 in Middletown. Let's take a live look outside in New Haven from Long Wharf, and beautiful out there. Temperature in New Haven's in the upper 70s. Cooler but dry weather in the midweek. I'll tell you about some late week and weekend showers coming up.
All righty then.
Thank you, Fred. Hey, if you get a chance, check out our Facebook page, like us. We've got all of our news stories up there. Plus, you can join in on the news conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lawmakers are trying to make the food label you read easier to understand. The word natural is being called into question whether it's being overused.
News 8's Stephanie Simone explains what they're up to.
Natural salad dressing, coconut water, and soup. You see that word a lot at the store.
Saying natural just grabs people's attention.
And it's catching the attention of some politicians. Senator Richard Blumenthal and Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro are teaming together to make sure natural is defined. They're calling on the Food and Drug Administration to define how companies use it. Consumer Reports found many people believe when they see natural, they think it does not have growth hormones, genetically modified ingredients, or antibiotics. That's not always the case.
When a product says natural, consumers shouldn't have to guess as to what it means, whether there are pesticides or artificial flavoring. That's why we're going to introduce this bill together, fight for it together, and make sure that consumers are provided with the information they need and deserve.
Something else Senator Blumenthal is trying to tackle is those best buy dates on packages.
There's all different types of terminologies on food labeling.
You've seen them: use by, sell by, best by. It's estimated 40% of food in our country is thrown out. So the proposed law is trying to cut down on that, giving the shopper just two options. One is best by.
If you use this food product by that date, it's at the peak of its freshness, it's at the peak of its quality, its taste, its texture, its consistency.
And it's still safe to eat after that date. The other term would be expires on, which means don't eat it. That would apply to perishable items like deli meats, dairy, and eggs.
How are those? Good?
18-month-old Liliana only eats organic, and mom says anything to help consumers do that is good in her book.
I think that most people nowadays do want to know what's in their food and in their products.
The two issues are being proposed in the House and Senate. In New Haven, Stephanie Simoni, News 8.
All right, you ready for this? Starbucks getting ready for the summer by rolling out a new cold drink.
You are kidding me.
No, it's true.
And it is called the Nitro Brew. The cold coffee is infused with nitrogen and served through a type of beer tap. The drink was first tested in Seattle in March, and it quickly became the second best-selling item on the menu.
Nitro Brew coming to 500 Starbucks across the nation, including New York and Boston. No word on when it will arrive in Connecticut. It looks like it can be served up fast, which is always nice, Fred, and it does look pretty tasty.
Well, Fred will be waiting outside its doors just to, for its arrival, right?
Isn't like a nice iced coffee in the summer?
On a day like today.
Yeah, a day like today. Boy,
Yeah, that's true. Keeps you awake.
How hot did it get today?
Inland, it flirted with 90, got to about 88 in spots inland. At the shoreline, it was cooler, but still plenty warm for this time of the year. The normal high still in the low 70s at the shoreline. And at this hour, we're finding temperatures as warm as 81 at the shoreline for Lordship. You get inland and still some mid 80s showing up, 86 for West Hartford right now. Beautiful out there. Dry inland, still a little bit of humidity hanging on along the shoreline, but the humidity going down for us overnight tonight. And it stays relatively dry Wednesday and Thursday before it starts to build again on Friday. And at the same time on Friday, we'll have some showers coming through. No showers to track for us this evening. In fact, no clouds showing up really. Just mostly sunny skies over Connecticut right now. A few clouds off to our west and to our north. But overall, we're looking at mainly clear skies through the day tomorrow. High pressure in control for the midweek. Nice day tomorrow. Low 80s inland and closer to the mid 70s at the shoreline. Dry, though, as far as the humidity is concerned tomorrow. So real pleasant conditions outside. Great day to get a little bit of yard work done tomorrow. I'll be watching for some low clouds and some fog that may come rolling in for us on Wednesday night into early Thursday. Any low clouds or fog will burn off, though, by mid to late morning at the shoreline on Thursday. Partly sunny in the afternoon. You can see a little trouble heading our way late Thursday. Stays dry through the day on Thursday and maybe through the night as well. But showers around for us on Friday as this front pushes through. Unsettled on Friday. It's unlikely that it'll be raining the whole day, but it's still a little bit early to say exactly when the best chance of rain is on Friday, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon. Right now, leaning more to it being in the morning than later in the day, but still a couple of days to get that sorted out. Dry weather ahead for Saturday and then back to some showers on Sunday. Clear, comfortable tonight, 59 at the shoreline for a low temperature, eventually down to about 55 inland. So you can shut off the AC, you can open up the windows overnight tonight. Tomorrow, a nice dry day, 82 inland, about 76 at the shoreline. Sun for a while, then some fair weather clouds during the afternoon. Not a bad beach day tomorrow, not the warmest beach day. The air temperature about 70. 73 degrees, lots of blue sky, water temperature in the mid-60s, southeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out that 8-day forecast, and we see a couple of days where we have some raindrops on there. First is on Friday with a high near 70. It'll be muggy on Friday. Saturday looking like the better of the 2 weekend days, about 77 at the shoreline, warmer inland. Sunday, clouds around along with some showers. Still a little early to say if it's going to be a total washout on Sunday, but it has the potential to be at least a rainy afternoon. Saturday inland about 80, closer to 70 on Sunday, and then pretty quiet weather in the forecast for early next week, but nothing too warm. Temperatures will be in the 70s, so anybody who felt like last week's weather was too much too soon will like the long range part of that 8-day forecast.
Settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Great day for a game. Let's check in with Eric, see what's happening in sports.
That's right. High school baseball and softball tournaments are underway. We start our coverage with the Amity Spartans looking to win a 4th straight state baseball championship. The Spartans hosting Stanford this afternoon, and Eli Oliphant, tough to hit on the mound today, getting the strikeout. He'll be pitching at Fairfield next year. The Spartans would help him with the bats. 3rd inning, no score. Teddy Haig lays down a good bunt. The throw gets away, and Max Sheps is going to jog around home to score. It's 1-0 Amity. Later in the inning, Chris Winkle, he's going to UConn next year. He brings home 2 more with an RBI double to right. Teddy and Andrew Haig come around to score, makes it 3-0. The Spartans take that first step. They go on to win it 10-zip. The final. The number 2 seed in Double L, Hamden, hosting Xavier. Yeah, they're nice and loose before the game. No score in the 3rd inning. Hamden's Trevor Brandy with another big hit. He's had a great year. The RBI single to left. That makes it 1-0 Green Dragons. Xavier, though, would explode for 4 runs in the 4th. That's Anthony Caramonica with a bases-loaded triple off of Ronald Grant. All 3 runners come around to score. The Falcons take a 3-1 lead, and they hold on to win it 5-3, a huge upset win for the Falcons. Amity softball hosting Bristol Eastern in their first-round matchup. It was the 3rd inning, and the Spartans, with some clever base running, they attempt to steal second. The throw gets away, and Danny Nordic comes from 3rd to score. It's 1-0 Amity. Later in the inning, Carly Marchito singles home Brooke Matiasovsky, 2-0 Spartans. And still in the 3rd inning, the Amity tries the delayed double steal again, and it works again. Makes it 3-0 Amity. They go on to win it by the final score of 6-1. A big upset in Class L softball. The defending champion, East Haven, is out. They lose to Mercy. 4th inning, 3-0 Mercy. Tiffany Mangiamelli singles to left. 1 run scores. That makes it 4-0 Tigers. Couple batters later, Tigers add a couple more. Blake Brayman with a 2-run single makes it 6-0. East Haven's comeback late comes up a little short. Final score 7-5. Time for a quick break. More baseball when we come back. The UConn baseball team getting ready for the NCAA tournament. The story when we come back. Not a bad year for UConn athletics. The Huskies are just one of 3 schools to play in a bowl game, the men's and women's basketball tournaments, and the NCAA baseball tournament. Jim Penders and the Huskies are taking off for Gainesville later this week. They play Georgia Tech on Friday afternoon. Getting back to the tournament, important for this group of seniors.
Unbelievable, sort of a surreal feeling, get in as a freshman and to go out as a senior with a regional. I mean, something that you dream of, so it's really special.
We have all the confidence in the world, so wherever we're going to go, we're just happy to be in the field, and we're ready to get back out there. And, we think we can compete with anyone. We think we can beat anyone, and, we're just happy to be back in the tournament and show what we can do.
The Huskies and Yellow Jackets play at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And here it is this Thursday night. The NBA Finals begin. What a matchup. The Golden State Warriors in a rematch of last year's finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can watch it right here on News 8 again Thursday night. We even made a fancy graphic. That's how important this is.
Impressive.
And let's just hope the games don't go long. That's all I ask for. Long right series, but the games don't go long.
Thank you, Eric.
And it's a to be continued because there's a little bet going on between our man over here, Fred, and John Pearson. He's not here tonight, so they'll take that back up tomorrow. For now, I guess, Fred, we can just check on the forecast.
How much money is on this, by the way?
No money
being wagered. Kind of a job swap is what we're looking
job
at.
Swap.
Apparently.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted out. First, let's sort out the forecast for tomorrow. Temperatures will climb up into the 70s after a comfortable start to the day. Spin the weather wheel into the afternoon and real nice, mostly sunny skies, mid-70s shoreline, low 80s as you head inland. Let's go down the road a bit into the weekend. Friday, we have some showers around. Then we get to some drier weather on Saturday. Looks like the better of the 2 weekend days, about 77 degrees at the shoreline. Should be in the low 80s inland. Typical early summer humidity, not oppressive on Saturday, but you'll probably feel some mugginess in the air. Saturday could end up being a decent beach day as well. Sunday not looking as great. A cloudy start on Sunday with some showers likely during the afternoon. Cooler as well. So it's still early to call Sunday a washout, something we'll be watching pretty closely. I know a lot of people have a lot going on during these early June weekends, graduations, graduation parties, all that stuff, weddings, you name it. So Sunday right now looking a little iffy weather-wise, but if those showers are pushed just a little farther off into the distance, then we may make it through the day with mainly dry weather.
Figures if we got softball games on Sunday. Every Sunday it rains. It's all about me.
At least the threat of it anyway, yeah.
Hey, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can head online at WTNH.com anytime for weather, traffic, and all the latest news.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night. See you later.
When you see it happen, report it. Send your news, pictures, and videos to News 8 at reportit@WTNH.com.